Terraria's seed and world generation is one of the most pivotal points of the game, and with each new world, it will give you a brand new way to play, and it can get really wacky sometimes. So today, I'm going to be showing you 8 of the weirdest seeds I could find, and they get a little funky. But before we start this video, if you could do me a huge favor and press that little subscribe button down below, we are trying to reach 10K before the end of this year, and any help would be greatly appreciated. But anyways, let's get into the video. Starting out with number 1, we have a really cool seed that gives you some surface layer cabins. Normally, you never see these things on the surface, you only see them in caves. And that's what makes this seed so unique. It also is really good for starting out, as you get some really good loot right off the bat. Although it's mostly just starter stuff, it will help you in the end because you will have a better start. And did I mention that these are literally off of spawn? You spawn right on top of it. And let's be honest, have you ever seen above ground cabins? No, I didn't think so. Alright, make sure you get this seed. But coming up next, we have seed number 2. And this one's a little more special because not only do you get those above ground cabins, you also spawn right into a jungle, which is kind of nuts. So make sure when you're loading into this world that you are very, very careful because all of these jungle creatures will come at you immediately. And same as with the last seed, all of the gear inside the cabins is very basic and starter-like, but that's not me saying it won't help you because overall it really will. You get a better start off in this world, and not only that, you're in a jungle, so you kind of need that gear almost immediately. But make sure you get this seed in, and let's move on to the next one. So this next one is kind of wacky, and it's in the sense that not only do you spawn in a jungle, you have the snow biome intersecting with it right next to you. I want to say the only time I've ever seen this happen really was with one of the secret seeds, and this isn't even a secret seed, like this is a genuine seed that's normal Terraria. But anyways, you get a lot of really cool world gen stuff that goes on in here. Like you quite literally get some of the queen beehives in the snow biome. But with this seed also comes a lot more challenges because you end up having a little bit of both enemies inside the caves. Like 1 second you could be getting hit by a jungle slime, and the next you could be getting hit by an ice slime. It's kind of crazy. But as always, make sure you lock this one in, and let's get on to the next one. Now, the next one is one of my personal favorites. This has just about everything that you could imagine in a world. Like starting off right away, you already have a little bit wackier of some world gen. You have some above ground cabins. I want to say there's 3 over near spawn. But if you take a journey towards your left, you will find an insane world gen bug. And what I'm talking about is an above ground granite biome. You cannot tell me you've ever seen this in any kind of world. Not to mention, if you keep going left, you will find a desert pyramid. And inside that pyramid is not 1, not 2, but 3 golden chests. This has just about everything you need to start right off in Terraria. Oh, and don't let me forget, the dungeon is massive. It spans so far into the map, and it's even like spawned in the snow biome. But seriously, look at all of this world gen on this map. I don't think I've ever seen another seed that gives you this much to do and this much that you've probably never seen before. But anyways, make sure you get this seed, and let's move on to this very next one. Now, this next seed is a little less crazy, but it's more so just confusing. Now, as you start off, like most of these seeds, you do have an above ground cabin, which, you only get 1. It's alright. But if you go to the right towards the desert, you see a normal oasis. But next to that is a floating oasis. Like full-fledged oasis just weirdly floating. You are right next to the Crimson with this, so be careful when you're exploring. And you also get a underwater chest in the Oasis, which is pretty fun. But it's just weird how this happens. Anyways, this is a pretty fun one if you're interested in Weird World Gen, as I am. But yeah, get this seed. Moving on with the next one. This one's actually really, really cool in my opinion, and can just be used in so many different ways. Starting out, it looks just pretty normal. I mean, spawn isn't anything special, but it's when you go to the right is when you find out that there's just a gigantic desert pyramid above ground. And I can see this thing being used for so many different builds and so many different ways to make bases. Like, just think of the possibilities. Seriously. And I think what tops the cake for me with this one is that not only do you get these base opportunities, you still get the loot inside the pyramid, and it has an insanely deep hole that just leads straight down into a life crystal. So if you're looking for base ideas and want a little bit of loot on the way, make sure you pick up this seed. Anyways, with the next seed, this one's actually quite rare in the sense that when you spawn in and you go towards the left all the way down towards the dungeon, you're gonna notice something as you come up on it, and that it's on a floating island. Not even just that, the cabin of the floating island is literally blocking the entrance into the dungeon. Like, seriously, there are some times where I just don't understand Terraria World Gen, and this is just one of those moments. So if you're looking for a weirder World Gen thing and something that's extremely rare and is like 1 in a trillion, make sure you check this out because this is one of a kind. Anyways, that's about it for this one. Let's get on to the final one. Now, for this last one, this is just, I don't even know how this happens. All right, you spawn in and bam, jungle on your left. And not even just that, literally a whole marble biome. And then if you just stumble your way past this, there's literally an above ground cabin and then a whole nother marble biome. Like, oh, and not to mention, if you keep going left, there is a whole granite biome, and that is only on the left side. On the right side, there is a whole nother marble biome, which still, yet again, I don't know how this happens. And then if you make your way past the dungeon, bam, there's a whole shrine with an enchanted sword. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed these seeds. And make sure you guys subscribe. We are trying to get 10K by the end of the year, hopefully. Make sure you like, comment your favorite seed. I think mine was the Big Pyramid, low-key. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. And catch you guys in the next one. See ya.